and welcome to Dukascopy TV. Today we're discussing the possibilities with offshore accounts. Joining me to discuss is Managing Director of Offshore Premium, Rene Philippe. Welcome, Rene.
Hi, Sained, and thank you for having me back again.
So in the context of offshore leaks, Swiss leaks and very other similar situations, should we really be discussing the benefits of offshore accounts?
Look, Sained, put it this way. To say that today offshore bank account has a bad reputation is an understatement. But as we say in French, we have to put back the church in the middle of the village, or to set the record straight. In my opinion, offshore accounts are a very useful tools for reasons that have nothing to do with tax evasion.
So why should someone then open an offshore account if not to avoid tax?
The first reason, and the main reason, is what we call asset protection, but also protection against your own government. Let me tell you a story. In the US, they have what we call a cash reporting requirement, which is for every transaction more than $10,000 in cash. Alors, of course, people who are up to no good make systematically transactions below $10,000. Now let me tell you the story. There is a shop owner. For 3 years, every week, he was going at the bank to put in cash less than $10,000. The federal government estimated that he was up to no good, either cheating tax, either doing money laundering. What did they do? They freeze his accounts. They were several $100,000 on his account. They freezed it. And for like several months, he had to defend. Because the only reason why he was always bringing cash less than $2,000 was because his insurance for theft was covering up to $10,000. That was the only reason. And it took him months to finally have the administration admit that he was an honest person and to release his fund. This happened to him, it can happen to me, it can happen to you, because in every country, government agencies have summary power to freeze your asset. And having an offshore account put your money out of the grasp of the federal administration.
Are there any other reasons why one would open an offshore account then?
Yes, there are many reasons. Another reason is capital control on political risks. You have seen what happened in 2008 in Iceland, what happened in 2013 in Cyprus, what happened recently in Spain. You can be in a country where you can transfer money out without any problem, and suddenly the government will decide, because there is a political crisis, because there is a financial crisis, to limit or to make impossible for you to transfer cash outside the country. For example, if you are a Venezuelan citizen, you can try to transfer cash outside of Venezuela. No way. So basically, having an offshore account will protect you also against this risk.
But is it not risky to open an offshore account anyway? I mean, for Western citizens, it must be better to open a bank account in our own countries rather than offshore.
No, not really, because actually often offshore countries have financial systems which are sounder. Take the example, it's not for nothing that Singapore and Hong Kong rank number 3 and 4 as a financial place. It's not for nothing that Switzerland rank for number 7. And even foreign banks in this country have to follow the local regulation. So even foreign bank has to be better than they are in their own country. So no, it's not a risk if you choose well your destination.
So what about in terms of investment? So do offshore accounts offer better options?
Yes, they can. For example, when you want to invest, you want to limit your risk. Okay, so you want to limit your risk, you invest in several currencies. The fact is that offshore, you will have more foreign currencies option than in your own country where they are limited. Also another thing, if you put money at the bank in France or in Switzerland or in, they will give you nearly no interest when they don't have a negative interest. Offshore, you can, for example, if you go in Hong Kong or Singapore, you can open an account in renminbi, the Chinese currency, and this current account will give you far more interest than the account you could have in your own country. So there are more options.
So you're saying people should still look into offshore accounts despite what we read in the media?
Yes, because basically offshore accounts are legal as long as you report them to your authorities. So I'm saying that opening an offshore account is a good thing and will protect you against several risks. You will have more privacy, you will be protected against foreign exchange control risk, you will be protected against a lot of risk. But the point, if you want one, open it now. Even if you will not really use it now, open it now while it's still possible. Because I don't know whether 2-3 years from now we will be able still to open offshore bank account.
As always, Rene, it's been a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you so much for coming in.
It was a pleasure for me. Thank you again for this invitation.
Well, that's all from Rene and myself for now. Thanks for tuning in, and remember to keep clicking back to Dukascopy TV. Bye for now.